Hey guys, Brian back again for a second video tonight. In this video I'll be sharing some pickups I've gotten over the last week. Not a whole lot to share with you guys, but a very little bit. So I'm just going to dive right on in and show you what I got. So the first title here I picked up from moviesrusa.net. They basically just put movies on Blu-ray or a DVD that have not gotten a Blu-ray or a DVD release, kind of like Stinky Tuna in a way. They have quite a bit on their website, but I only picked up one title because that's the only thing I was truly interested in at the time. I've never seen this movie before, and they put it on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it yet, so we'll see how that is. It is one of the very first X-Men movies from the 90s, and that is Generation X. The cover is a little bit on the fuzzy side, but I do like that cover though. Back, you could barely read it, but there it is. You do have some special features on here too. I believe this was put out in '96. I think it was a TV movie at the time. Extended, uncut, and uncensored European version not seen in the U.S. on the United States broadcast on the Fox Television Network. English language and subtitles. Full screen. I guess there was no widescreen of this film. Previews and trailers for other Marvel collection titles, and jump the scene capability. So not a whole lot going on here as far as special features go, but you do get a bunch of characters that we haven't seen, like Banshee. Emma Frost is in here, but yeah, I've never seen this film, but it's from 1996 and it's 89 minutes. So if you guys remember Generation X, please let me know in the comments, but I've never seen it. Next up, I went back to Second and Charles because I forgot. I noticed I skipped the title when I was there on Saturday. So I went back on Monday and they still had it, so I snagged it. And I snagged two other titles as well, plus a book that was in the free bin outside. But I found another copy of it later, like a couple of days ago, but obviously it wasn't free. This is a former library book from the author of I Know What You Did Last Summer, Lois Duncan, and that is Don't Look Behind You. As you can see, it was a former rental from the library, but it's in good shape, so I figured I'd pick it up even if it's free. So I got three titles to share with you guys. First up is the one that I actually went back for, and that is, I got confused because it says it's Scanners the Showdown, but this is actually also known as Scanner Cop 2. I do have Scanners 2 and 3 on a Blu-ray, but I didn't have this one. I thought I did, but I did not, so I had to go back and pick that up. If it's just as good as Scanner Cop, I just did a review on that. I will probably enjoy this one too. This one just got a Blu-ray release, but I've never seen it, so I wanted to pick it up and give it a watch, and that is Skinned Deep. This is from 2003. Warwick Davis is in this, so I thought that was kind of cool. He's right there, so that's pretty cool. And of course, I had to pick up another Wild Eye. Hopefully, it's better than the last one I watched. Ugh. But I don't know. This is like a mix between a werewolf and Reanimator, and that's called Like Animator. There's one actress in here that I follow on Facebook, so I saw her name on there, so I was like, okay, maybe it'll be good. I don't know for sure, because she was in another movie I watched previously that she was only in it for like 5 minutes, but her name is number 1 on here, so hopefully she's in it longer. That's Kate Phoenix. I think that's how you say her last name, Phoenix. This kind of looks like almost like the same like production company that did the other one that had her in it. Probably the same director too, but this one is only 50 minutes, so I'm not expecting too much from 2018. But yeah, the artwork is pretty killer. But you know, Wild Eye always gives us great artwork and not so great films. Okay, I went to Blue Ridge Hospice Thrift yesterday, and I didn't find a whole lot in there, but they were having like a 30% off, I guess, coupon, if you will. And they also undercharged me too, which was even better. So I picked up one Blu-ray, and that is the 2003, I guess, action thriller, Runaway Jury, with John Cusack, Gene Hackman, Dustin Hoffman, and Rachel Weisz. Also starring Bruce Davison, Jeremy Piven, and Nick Searcy. I have never seen this before, but I've always been intrigued to give it a watch. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen Runaway Jury. This was a great find, but then I went back and looked at it again, and it wasn't as well. It's still cool, but one of the discs is duplicated and one disc is missing, but that's okay. I found Key and Peele, the complete series. They sold it to me for $4 before the 30% off, so I got it for like $2.80, so that was cool. But then when I opened it up and I said, okay, cool, season 1, season 2, season 2, disc 2, there's 2 copies in here. I'm not upset with myself, because I can always go back and find another copy that someone sold and just switch it out. That's fine. I don't care. So got that. Walmart. I went to Walmart yesterday. I got 2 new titles that came out. One I was definitely going to get. The other one I didn't know was coming out, and I grabbed it. But it doesn't look too great, but that's okay. So I had to pick up the Vestron video of Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat, with Bruce Campbell, David Carradine, Maxwell Caulfield, Morgan Brittany, Jim Metzler, and John Ireland. This is from 1990. I've never seen this film, but with a cast like that, I had to grab it. And I always enjoy these Vestron video releases, so I had to pick that up. It looks kind of cheesy from what I see on the back, but definitely wanted to pick it up. This is has to do with like a vampire civil war, which is very intriguing, so definitely wanted to pick that up. He looks kind of creepy. Look at that. And the other title I picked up from Walmart is one of those Phase 4 films, Ghosts of Chernobyl. Kind of looks like another version of the Chernobyl Diaries, if you guys like that film or not. I thought it was okay. That ending though, oof. This is basically, it's kind of like the same story, but a little bit different. American tourists stumble across Chernobyl after they're over in Eastern Europe traveling, and then they, make their way to Chernobyl, and a bunch of bad shit goes down, and they find this barely living girl, but she's probably like a ghost and tries to trick them. I don't know, but it looks interesting, and that artwork definitely sold me, especially the back with the little Ferris wheel. Look at that. Look at her. She's creepy, and so is the girl with the doll. Alright, and then I went to Big Lots after work today. Had to grab a few things, and this location usually lately hasn't had anything new, but I found 5 horror titles that I haven't found before. They were all $3 a piece, so I had to pick them up. The first one here is, I got 2 Tartan Asian extreme films here. The first one is, I don't want to butcher the name. I think it's called Acacia. The Root of All Evil. So that was pretty creepy there. This is a ghost story. After 10 years of marriage, Do-il and Mi-suk live a seemingly happy and secure life together. Unable to conceive, they decide to adopt Jin-sung, a young boy that Mi-suk is drawn to after seeing his Munch-like paintings. Quiet and introverted, Jin-sung spends most of his time playing underneath the acacia tree in the backyard, away from the family. When Mi-suk becomes miraculously pregnant, he becomes even more detached. As the once dead acacia tree in the backyard begins to bloom, terrible accidents begin to tear the household apart. Very interesting. This is from 2003. It's 102 minutes, and it is in Korean. So, I do enjoy some Korean films. The Wailing comes to mind. That one was a really freaky film. I definitely recommend that one. Up next is a Screen Media Dark Side release. I think this looks like it's a zombie film. Some sort of virus film. It's called Infected. Starring Michael Madsen and William Forsythe. Christy Romano is also in this. Tom DiNucci. It's very dark back here, so I can't really read it. 95 minutes, put out in 2013. An annual relaxing outing in the countryside becomes anything but after a blood virus infects a group of hunters, turning them into bloodthirsty maniacs. So no word zombie in here, but it looks like a zombie film to me. But yeah, might be good. Who knows? Looks kind of creepy too from the back. Next we have a Fangoria Fright Fest release here called The Haunting. A place between heaven and hell. This looks like it's another... it says English subtitles. I'm not sure what language this is in. Oh, it's in English. Okay. It's definitely not an English film though, because I see like all the names on here are not English. Francesca is a young pediatrician traumatized by the loss of a child through crib death. When the family moves to a new home in the country, supposedly to help recover from experience, she begins seeing completely inexplicable things. The house in which they now live seems to hide terrible secrets. Both the cellar and the attic are locked and barred to the family, and it is from both these places that Francesca receives nocturnal visits that are slowly driving her mad. So, looks interesting. I think this is like a Spanish film from what I'm seeing on the back here, but it's in English. So, if it's just filmed in English or English overdub or what, I have no idea. Up next is the other Tartan Asian Extreme film that I picked up. That is Carved, the Slit-Mouthed Woman. That is horrifying. Sorry, the stickers covering the synopsis. So basically, this is about a spirit of a woman whose beautiful face has been grotesquely disfigured by a jealous husband. Roaming the streets wearing a long coat and surgical mask, the spirit would approach young victims and, while removing her mask, ask, "Am I pretty?" I've heard that urban legend before. This is from 2006. This one is in Japanese, and it is 90 minutes. And the last title here is what's this called? Annalise the Exorcist Tapes. This is from the asylum, 85 minutes from 2011. Looks kind of cheap. I mean, it is the asylum, so I mean, they gave us Sharknado of all things. So this is, I guess this is like a compilation of but infamous case of demonic possession compiled from the actual videotape and film recordings from over 76 exorcisms. So I don't know, could be good, could be very, it looks very disturbing, but sometimes they just make them to look like that. So alright guys, that is everything I have to show off today. If you guys seen any of these, let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed any of these. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care. See ya.